Hello, this is meteorologist Brad Warner, and on the last video I mentioned the possibility of some snow running across Minnesota Thursday night going on into Friday. So this is just a little update on what's expected with that system. So it's looking more and more likely that that storm system coming out of the south will in fact run snow up into Minnesota. And in fact, looking at Thursday afternoon, we're going to be seeing some snow running across southern parts of South Dakota already before that system eventually begins to pull off and up to the northeast and impacting southern areas of Minnesota. Now, these areas down in the southeastern part of the state is really the area that's going to be most impacted by the storm system as it pulls out. Not that they're going to be getting just dumped on when it comes to snow, but they will be getting measurable snow along with the possibility of some gusty winds. And again, we're not looking at the 40 to 50 mile per hour winds, but when you put the snowfall on top with the 30 to 35 mile per hour winds, you're most likely looking at some drifting snow, some reduced visibility, particularly down in the southeastern part of the state. Here we are right around noontime on Friday, and you can see how through the morning hours, how that snow pushes up to the north. This is back at 6 a.m., 9 a.m., and again around noon on Friday as that system continues to move northeast. Now you notice that snow does spread up into the northeastern part of the state and really covers much of the state other than the far northwestern part of Minnesota. But again, most of the impact, most of the snowfall is really expected to be down in the southeast. Now, as we get on into Friday evening and get to about Friday night, around midnight, early Saturday morning, light snow continues across much of the state. Some gustier winds, but not too bad. Once we get to about 6 a.m. Saturday, some continued light snow. And then as we go throughout the day, that snow should diminish as we go through the day on Saturday. Now, I'm trying to find a good blend of some of the models and what I think the snowfall amounts will be down there. And I think we're going to say somewhere in that 4 to 6 to maybe 7-inch mark down in that far southeastern parts of Minnesota. Again, it's enough. It's measurable. There'll be some gusty winds. At least you're not going to get pounded with 12 to 15 inches. But nevertheless, just be mindful. Down in that part of the state, you're going to be looking at some decent snowfall amounts along with, once again, the 30-35 mile per hour winds. Elsewhere with the system as it moves out, we're going to be looking at generally, we'll say 1 to 3 inches with perhaps maybe just a little bit more. I think this 5 inches is probably overdone at this point, but we'll still say in that 2 to 4 mark up in the northwestern parts of Minnesota by the time it's all said and done. And then we're still looking at a good amount across the north shore of Lake Superior as we get some of that fetch off the lake. So we could be looking with some areas of picking up over 10 inches of snow by the time everything is said and done. So there you go, just a fast little update because the main area of concern, as I said, really going to be down in the southeastern part of Minnesota where most likely chance that you're going to be getting some reduced visibilities. The roads aren't going to be great as you go through the day on Friday. And that could include parts, if not much of the Twin Cities area. So make sure you plan accordingly if you live down there or are planning to travel in that direction. And we'll keep you updated should anything shift beyond that. Maybe the track shifts a little bit farther to the northwest. It would be great. Maybe if it would track a little southeast, that would mean less snow. But we'll make sure and let you know if anything else happens. So with that said, for Region Weather Live, I'm meteorologist Brad Warner. Everybody have a good day.